Okay, we're here. Hello, everybody. Hi, friends. I see people in the comments already are trashing me, and that's fine. I'm here. And yes, Bailey's always on me to do something. But here we are. It is the January live show for our Magic Treehouse read along. We read books 19 through 22. Okay. This is Martine. She's my co-host. We love her.
It's me.
It's you, Martine.
Yeah.
Okay. So we read 4 Magic Treehouse books this month. And the first one is Tigers at Twilight. What's the tea? What do we think?
I gave it 3 stars.
The drama. I give it 4 stars.
I wait to hear what other people give it.
Okay.
I can hear myself very loudly through your...
Oh no. Let me see if my headphones are plugged in. 1 second.
Yay.
Well, don't look at me stand up. We lost you for a second. Okay. Do we hear me better?
I think so.
Or not you as much?
Yeah.
Okay. We love her. Besties. Hello.
You were not alone in that. Lizzie read them in half an hour.
Literally, like, I was reading them at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and Lizzie chose the last second to read them.
I respect it. Could never be me, but I respect it.
Lizzie loved Tigers. 5 stars. Lizzie, do you love it because you read it 45 minutes ago?
No, because I bet you the war ones got lower ratings from Lizzie.
Oh yeah. Tigers was my favorite this month. I could agree.
I feel like y'all trashed, like, I think we pretty much collectively didn't love the Amazon rainforest one. I think maybe Ruby did. But, like, it wasn't our favorite. And then we're just in a different jungle and y'all are hooked.
Okay. I am looking at my notes for one of the other books, so I think Tigers might be number 2. Okay. But I loved The Hermit, so I don't know if I like it the most because I also liked The Hermit, like Ruby. That, like, kind of did it for me.
Yeah, I liked him. He had, like, one really good line, but...
Martina's the drama.
I mean, I gave it 3 stars. It was still good. The elephants.
The elephants. That's something... That's one of the notes I have is my second note of 3, and it says, love an elephant.
Let's see. Oh, I do have an elephant-related note. It says, do you ever wake up, wonder where you are, and remember you're in India on an elephant? Jack gets it.
He gets it.
So I did mention elephants once.
Wow. I'm like trying to look. I like wrote down quotes, but I don't remember which book I wrote it down for. Not this one.
You didn't like label them?
Well, I did, but like I couldn't remember. I knew I'd written down a quote, but I didn't know.
Gotcha.
Where my paper it was. Beauty cannot live without ugliness. You save the tiger, his beauty and his ugliness. I wrote it down.
I wrote I think it was the part right after that down, though. When you saved the tiger, you saved all of him. I did like that. That was a good moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't make up for the otherwise same old, we've seen this type plot, I felt like, with the animals in the jungle. And that's fine. That's just my opinion.
I also wrote white kid riding elephants in India. Time. I literally, I think that's why I was like, this is so silly because they're just riding this elephant, and they just thought it was a good idea.
One of my favorite things is that typically on the covers of the books, Jack and Annie are wearing like related clothing. But in this one, they're wearing not just similar clothing, but the exact same outfit. They're wearing a white shirt, jeans, and I'm pretty sure like red sneakers. They just match completely.
They're going into the jungle. True, the plot has been done before. I just felt like this had more to say than usual.
And that's fair. I also, when I was listening to the audiobook for this, it was after a really long day of classes and I was sitting in the library waiting for dinner. And that could have impacted my experience.
Okay. I can agree. I think I was eating goldfish right after this, so I had a good time.
Yeah. My first note from this one says, Annie will name anyone and anything, and she cannot be stopped.
Yes. I did not write that down, but I love that she named the elephant.
She loves
And he was like,
things.
and she like called it by what she named it, and then Jack was like, "Who's that?" And she's like, "The elephant."
It's the elephant.
Duh.
I love Annie so much. It did confuse me though because okay, in the first part of the series, they would travel, right? And they'd get there same as when they first were. Like they were wearing swimsuits in the Arctic. It was a time. Then we have the era in which they're like being put in clothes that are appropriate for the time period that they're dropped in. I respect it. I understand that maybe there wasn't a specific outfit for the jungle, but I recommend bug spray, maybe?
Yeah. What else? Like literally there's so many things they could have had with them.
Hats, even. There are some times where they just drop down with a hat on. I feel like maybe a hat would be nice.
Were they not wearing hats?
No, that's in dingoes.
Oh. That's dumb.
They just didn't have anything in tigers. And I was like, where are they? I don't know. I just thought about it. I did love Jack's line, too bad animals can't wear glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, sweet, sweet Jack.
Okay, Bailey's back in bed, everybody. Life is good. I like they keep mentioning what Jack's backpack turned into. Has a leather satchel.
I feel like I never notice what they say about his backpack.
I don't think I do either, unless it is like really weird.
Yeah.
I drew a pair of glasses on a little rhino doodle in my notes for these.
That's so cute.
I think you should share it in the group chat. Love to the glasses line. The monkeys in the beginning, or I guess throughout, they were monkeys, right?
Yeah, they were following them, right?
Yeah. I wrote the monkeys were cute, but then as I was writing it, I got nervous and I was like, were they monkeys? I don't know.
Yeah, they were monkeys.
Okay.
I didn't write any notes about the monkeys.
Dang, Martine, you just hated this.
Notes for this one. It was actually my lowest rated of the month.
That's the drama.
I feel like
I don't really
never over here with the controversial opinions.
And here we are. The monkeys led them away, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzie, you're too ahead of us.
I mean, I'm ready to talk about dingoes. Did you have anything left to say about tigers?
I just feel like in the moment it was good, but I feel like now talking about it, like nothing really happened.
Tigers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So now I kind of want to change my rating now that we've all talked about it. I think I was just here for the vibes, and now I'm like over it.
That's fair. Speaking of vibes, Dingoes at Dinner Time. Now,
Yes.
still not my highest rate of the month. I gave it 3.5. But I have to say the audiobook from the moment it started was a vibe because of the didgeridoo.
Yeah.
And I heckin' love didgeridoo. And it finally prompted me to look up this performer that I'd seen at Disney Springs last summer who plays didgeridoo and electric guitar at the same time. And it's so sick.
So are you going to show us the video?
I don't have a video, but I can send y'all a Spotify link to some of his work.
Period. Thank you.
It's great. So yeah, the didgeridoo really sold me. I was in it from that moment forward. I appreciated that they at least got the hats when they traveled instead of like nothing at all this one. So already we were like off to a better start. Literally my my note says the music at the beginning of the audiobook is didgeridoo. Hell yeah.
I love that.
And
So did you say what you rated it?
3.5.
Oh, my glasses are messed up.
What did you rate it?
A 4.
Okay. So we're in the unpopular opinion that we enjoyed Dingoes at Dinner Time here. Everybody else thought it was boring.
Mm-hmm. It was just okay. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. Boring. Oop, I was distracted. Oh, not with the book, with the chat, or with the book. I don't know. But yeah, Dingoes
You
had
had too much trauma. Not
What?
sinking the Titanic, not Pompeii. That wasn't too much trauma. A kangaroo is where you draw the line.
Did you redo?
Correct.
What? I missed that. Banana at work, bro. What?
I don't know what's happening.
So my notes on so I'm like when I don't make like hard notes usually when I read these, I just like quick things. So my notes are kangaroo exclamation point, koalas exclamation point, cute, and then I specifically remember that I was not going to make a joke about the disease that koalas spread. So yeah, and then the Kookaburra song. I was like, they mentioned it, and I was like, I love that song. And then they mentioned that it was a song, and I was like, bro.
Sorry, wow. I totally understand Bailey's reference now.
What did she
read at work? Hell yeah.
I don't. What does that mean?
It's a video.
Why do y'all have inside jokes without me?
We don't. It's a very popular video on the internet. One of my friends showed it to me like 2 years ago. We'll have to send it to you. It's good.
I want to be in the loop. I want to laugh. Those are all too much, but the fire Annie lost in the flames, no.
Listen.
What? I don't remember anything.
We were talking about the trauma of the Titanic and Pompeii. Those were all too much. The fire Annie lost the flames. No. I think one of the reasons I liked this better than Tigers was that it wrapped up the 4-book arc, and typically I like that little extra drop of plot that we get. So actually getting to meet Teddy as like a little kid, I thought was fun. But I had 2 notes on him. The first was, so Morgan left this child as a dog for like a while to teach him a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, don't call him Ted. I think of Ted Bundy.
Oh, okay. I didn't, but now I do. I realized this was also for this one. I said Teddy actually being a little boy is silly because like I feel like I knew that he was a little boy, but him actually like coming to life as one kind of shocked me. And then he was like, oh, like, yeah, I was a dog, it was fun, but now I'm a human now, or again. And Jack, I think it was Jack, goes, we liked you being a dog. I wrote that down. It says we liked you being a dog. And I was like, what?
I don't quote me on this because I could be so wrong, because my memories of actually reading any of these books is like so vague because I was so young, but I'm pretty sure I read one of the future books and Teddy makes an appearance. So I don't know if he's like a recurring character in it, but that just comes to mind, which also reminds me that the latest Magic Treehouse book, Rhinos at Recess, is out now. I saw it
So
on
we
my
have so we have one more to add to this.
correct.
Oh my
It
goodness.
came out this month.
So we'll get to it later.
Don't say your favorite Teddy is Bundy. Don't.
Oh, do you remember that time Bailey texted me something and she said, she was like, "What do you think about Ted?" or something? And I was like, "Who's Ted?" And she goes, "Bundy." I was like, "What? Why are we not talking about this man? Why are we talking about this man like he's our friend?"
I cannot believe you forgot Ted as a character when you read it literally 20 minutes ago.
Okay, I can agree with that a little bit. I feel like
Okay, but
maybe
Peanut the
because
Mouse became a person too.
did he really?
Wasn't Peanut Morgan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird actually. I'm confused. Yep, that's weird. Yes. So I was just on Goodreads and like number like 26, I think, or something like that, came out in like 2002, and then the next one came out in 2017, and now they're coming out again.
Yeah, I think Mary Pope Osborne was like, "I'm done." And then one day she was like, "I'm not done."
She's like, "Kids are still liking these." Oh, Felicity's childhood.
Oh, you forgot about. Okay. That is more excusable. This whole series is a fever dream. Correct. Yes, I'm pretty sure I remember him from Christmas at Camelot. Might be that one. Don't know. The boys. No. What?
Ruby, you're spoiling.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ruby, so we're gonna move past it.
But I was so convinced Teddy was Merlin.
No, we're not.
My hypothesis
Can't be a spoiler.
Okay, that's true. We're thinking, we're learning. Do we have anything else for this one?
Goes. I just really love Australia, and the didgeridoo really sent me over the top. So
okay, there was a part where I guess the kangaroo had went somewhere. I don't really remember, but then Annie was like, "You're cute, Joey," to like the little baby kangaroo. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, Ruby states things so boldly, we all believe it's true.
Did Jack seem really nervous about the boy to you guys? Yeah.
Queer coded MTH.
Period. Because I think that's why I was like confused when he was like, "We liked you being a dog."
Maybe he was just weirded out at the fact that he'd been carrying this dog in his heckin' backpack and now he was a whole human.
Or this.
The
picture in the physical book when Teddy.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah.
Bailey, show us, because I was going to read these with my eyeballs and listen to them instead.
I couldn't find all of the PDFs illegally online. So I had to listen to audiobooks.
I forget, Martine's a thief.
Only for Magic Treehouse. Those are the only books I read illegally.
Okay. I think that's it. They didn't really do anything.
Yeah. Dingoes, I'm done with. Now I'm going to have to disagree with Ruby on this next one.
Okay. Because let me go back. Wow. I need to go back. I don't know where we are. I'm not going to. If I find it, there we go. The war ones were literally bad, though.
I disagree with you.
Okay. What did you give it? What did you give Civil War on Sunday?
I gave it 4 stars. It was my highest rated one of the month.
The drama.
The drama.
I gave it 3 stars.
Fair. What did everybody else give it? Okay, you like the Civil War one more than Dingo's?
It's because they probably because Clara Barton.
Yes. Did Bailey just send something in the chat? Oh, yes.
Oh. That is weird. That's kind of weird. Just a little boy.
His eyes. Okay.
So
Bailey,
she liked it because of Clara
and the slavery.
and the slavery. And then Lizzie said she liked it.
Don't
Jack
just say
drank
I
it.
liked Civil War.
Like, are you talking about the actual war? This book? The Marvel movie? I don't know, Lizzie. I gave it both the war ones 3.5. Yes, I sent the photo. I gave it 3, but like I could move it up. This one, okay, to preface, this one is the better of the two, in my opinion. I was like shocked kind of when Clara Barton showed up. Like I was like, oh, okay, like, hey. I did make a joke though in my notes that said, I think Morgan says like Camelot is in trouble. And so I quoted that, and then I said, JFK is dead, ? And I'm like, I'm an idiot because I feel like I'm the only one that could get that. But that was a note that I did have. One of my other notes was the riddles, LOL. And then they're letting kids be nurses, ?
Yeah.
That was a big hit for me.
Okay, I've got a lot of notes about this one. Would you like to hear?
Oh, gosh. Okay.
It starts off with, I hope Jack learns that no part of war is fun. Okay. Then a quote. The treehouse had landed in a tree, and I said, it's rarer than you would think. Then I said, yup, Jack has learned his lesson. Annie is so wholesome, I heckin' love her. Then I said, and from all of your reactions about Clara Barton, I believe I was right in saying this. Is it bad that I've never heard of Clara Barton?
Oh, that's the drama.
Then I wrote a quote. Jack didn't want to admit he was afraid, and I said, Jack, get out of here with your toxic masculinity. Okay. And then I learned a little something. I said, I thought drummer boys just kept a funky beat for funsies. It meant something.
Team.
Wild to me. And then I said, Morgan, I get the Camelot is in trouble, but WTF? Then I wrote the line, I have seen courage and kindness on both sides. Sometimes things are not as simple as they seem. Really loved that. And then I said in all caps, screaming, his great, great, great grandfather, John. Those were my notes.
I like kind of zoned out at that point at the end of the book, not of you. I zoned out at the end of the book. So when they said like the great great grandfather or whatever was a drummer boy, I literally had to stop and be like, oh, we're mentioning this because he showed up at some point. And I guess I wasn't paying attention when he showed up.
Yeah.
I'm a bad reader.
No, I did have to rewind the audiobook a little bit because they were talking to the drummer boy, and I was like, wait, when did they meet a drummer boy? So I backed up, which is actually rare of me. Usually I just keep on going. But I was glad that I went back.
I also have one thing before we get to the chat. I did write, does Jack have PTSD ?
It's a valid question.
So I'm interested to see if that. I guess it didn't happen in the other one.
Yeah.
But all I can remember is the man who was like, my family is slaves, and Jack was like, they're slaves?
So true.
And Annie is Wilden.
Always.
I made a note that it's some complex moral issue about wanting to stay to help soldiers, but we seem to have decided that it's in a book, and so they're not real soldiers. I mean, they're kids. Yeah, but then we get to the issue of the great-great-grandfather being in the book. So, like, is he in the book or is he in real life?
They've literally said before that they travel in time.
Well, I'm so confused. I love that y'all all just liked her as a character, but, like, I actually knew who she was, like, kind of. But I think that's just me liking history a lot.
Oh, she appears to be the founder of the Red Cross.
Yeah, what? I love that y'all didn't know that. I, like, kind of knew that. I just knew she was a really big, like, nurse. I also felt like both of these, Annie was like, Jack, what books are you holding? And then it would be war, and they'd be like, well, dang, guess we gotta go.
I do have a bone to pick with Mary Pope Osborne because in this month's slate we had 2 animal ones and then 2 war ones in what felt like even more repetitive than Magic Treehouse usually is.
Oh, yeah. Because usually they're, like, vastly different from each other as you go. Like, they just are different. They're
Right.
not the same like that.
And
So what was she trying to do here?
Well, it wasn't even like those were the themes of the 4, because, right, we had the last 2 in a set of 4 and then the first 2 in a set of 4. But, like, the next 2 that we're reading involve natural disasters, so I guess more trauma. But then what are the 2 that we read last month? Tonight on the Titanic, right? And
Buffaloes.
buffaloes, right? So I guess buffaloes, tigers, and dingoes, but with the Titanic, which was weird. So I don't know.
I would be interested to find a video of her, like, explaining why and in what order she's writing these.
She's clearly still writing, so we should track her down and be like, come to our live show.
What if I just sent her an email and I was like, hi, here's all of our live shows, here's all of our stuff.
Probably hate us.
She'd probably be like, they're awful humans. This is not their demographic.
I cannot believe that history is your worst trivia crack subject.
It's my, like, second best.
Yeah, it's one of my best ones.
Spice it up, Mary.
All right. No, I can't speak this nonsense in front of her. Yeah, no. Not when she's actively writing new ones, unless she's about to make the queer coding come to life. And then I do want to talk.
I feel like she could make so much money if she transitioned them older and made them bigger, but I feel like she's got her niche of writing them, like, this certain way for this specific age group.
Yeah.
But I feel like she could have made a lot of money growing the kids a little bit, like, over time.
No, I agree. Should we talk about the Second War, which was technically before the Civil War?
Oh, yeah, so they went even more backwards.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't run into their great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Okay, true. So I didn't like this one at all. I gave it 3 stars, but I hated it the most.
I gave it 3.5. So.
Ugh. Just kidding. I respect your decision.
I felt like the setting was interesting, the concept was interesting, but the delivery fell through.
Yeah, I agree. I actually really agree with that.
Oh, it's a cold Christmas night, and they're crossing the Delaware.
I only had, like, 2 Brill notes, and I said Jack doesn't care about Christmas, ? Because Annie, like, asked him, or, like, said, oh, it's, like, December 25th, it's Christmas. And he was like, okay, cool.
Maybe they don't celebrate Christmas.
Okay, but why was Annie so excited?
She's excited about everything.
Okay, true. Maybe they're like, I didn't even think about that. What if they don't celebrate Christmas? Wow. I feel like a jerk now for writing that. And then I wrote, GW is mean. That's it.
That's fair. I wrote more notes than that, so I will commence my dramatic reading. I said,
Okay.
as soon it's not as funny as I'm making it seem. As soon as it becomes Wednesday, Annie is foaming at the mouth for their Wednesday mission.
She
It was like
really
early
was.
hours. She was like, Jack, wake up. I said, a second war in a row. Morgan, they're children. Then I said, how weird would it be to see George Washington or any of those old dudes in real life?
Yep.
It would be trippy. I said, every time Jack completes the mission and is ready to leave, Annie is off doing something crazy. I forget what that was in reference to. She was doing something. Oh, maybe didn't she like get on the boat? Like he got the letter and he was like, okay, let's go. And she was like, we're going. In the
Yeah.
boat. I said Annie wanting to spend time with George Washington, and then the like big-eyed emoji that's like, because I was like, she was like, it's George Washington. We should get to know George Washington.
Oh my
I
goodness.
thought that was so cute. Then I said, now they're usually in danger, and it's Morgan's fault, but Annie's the reason they're stuck in that dang boat.
Yep.
That
It's
was
all
all.
Annie's fault.
I said, you've been scolded by a father, but have you been scolded by a founding father?
Martine. Can we make that our t-shirts for my Readalong?
That's definitely the theme for next month. And then my final note was, did Jack and Annie just ... save America?
Yeah. Because they were like, do it for the children.
Yeah. Those were my notes.
Dang. See, this is what happens almost every time. I'm like, this book was trash. I hate it. It was awful. And then I show up here and y'all convince me that it was so much better than I
It's
thought.
because my notes are so funny.
They really are. I chose not to track these on behalf of my spreadsheet because I think if I tracked mine through like a spreadsheet that showed like diversity, which I probably should be doing, I probably wouldn't track them. But I'm just here on Goodreads for the numbers and Storygraph for the pages.
Yeah, I am including them in my same stats. So that's a little oof, but that's okay. I have 2 Alexis Hall books waiting in NetGalley.
Literally, like I feel like, but I also feel like you read so much and you always read so diversely, in my opinion, that I see that like you can skew it away from a white lady. I didn't feel like this one was not any worse than Civil War. Yes.
Okay.
Also, are we to believe the reason George Washington decided to march that night? Yes.
Yes, they ... saved America.
I had so many school field trips about where JW's troops were living the winter before the crossing. Seemed bad.
Yeah, it was not a good situation.
6 a.m. Treehouse.
If you ever wonder why Mabel is screaming at 6 a.m., Treehouse.
Treehouse. Okay, also when that left that morning, it reminded me that you absolutely cannot let your kids wander into the woods like these kids do.
Otherwise,
Like they just let them go that
they
early.
might meet George Washington.
I mean, actually, I would let my kids meet George Washington. I wouldn't want to, but he was mean. She jumped into the boat.
Yeah, I'm telling
Okay.
you, every time Jack is like, I'm ready to go. And he's like, no, you're not. Because wasn't there also like a weird horse thing in the ghost town at sundown? She did something wild. She's just always doing something wild.
She's there for the drama. She's there for the like plot twists.
Unknown.
Because they're mysterious.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah. So my favorite was Civil War on Sunday, and my least favorite was the Tigers one.
Ooh, okay. I think my favorite was Dingoes, but I liked Civil War. But I think before this, I was gonna say the Revolutionary War was my least favorite, but now I think it might be Tigers. Even though at this point Tigers is rated higher than those, but I can go back. So unsure, actually. I liked them all. Dingoes, I think, was my favorite though. My favorite was Tiger. Least favorite was Dingoes. We need to remember that Bailey hates animals, so the Dingoes are justified.
But her
as being
favorite
least
is
favorite.
tiger.
Shh, that's an exotic animal. Dingoes are like dogs.
They're cats.
Well, Martine, I'm just not smart right now. I'm trying to prove a point, and it's not going my way, so I'm gonna end the live stream right now.
No.
What about everybody else?
Bailey is not on the same page. I also literally hate cats. Spoiler alert, in my vlog this week, there is a clip of cats because there are 2 cats who live outside my building. I was like, somebody will probably like watching this, but it was not for my benefit.
Wow, that's the drama. Fave was Tigers, least fave was Revolutionary, but I thought this was a generally good set. Yeah, I actually really liked all of them, like, together, but individually they all had, like, their moments. Tiger best, Revolutionary War worst. Wow. I started out high on saying Tigers was my favorite, like y'all, and Martine really flipped that for me. So it's host versus guest. You are.
Do we want to talk about next month?
Yes, next month. What are we doing?
Well, our nonfiction book for next month, because that's the only one you told me to have prepped and ready. Is You Never Forget Your First by Alexis Coe, who actually didn't she retweet our tweet?
She did.
She retweeted our tweet that we're reading her book. I'm excited about it. And our theme for the month based on that book will be You've Been Scolded by a Father, but have you ever been scolded by a founding father?
I feel like that should be either I don't think that should be the title of the live show, but I think that should be like the subtitle.
At least I should drop it in the description.
Yeah. And then I just pulled up our Magic Treehouse books for next month, and it is book 23, which is Twister on Tuesday, and then 24 is Earthquake in the Early Morning.
So another 2 things at the same time.
We love consistency.
Natural disasters.
Also, yeah, that too. I hate war, but also books about war.
Fair.
Okay, we're reading the prologue every time. That reminds me. What? Okay. We are all reading. Oh, yes. Isn't it?
No, the prologue is, I don't think it's in the audiobooks.
Oh, I totally thought I must have opened the first book as an ebook and read it, and then just assumed. Because I do remember the prologue.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yes, you need to watch your mouth.
I'm kind of hyped for the Twister.
If I had
Do
to
we
guess,
know what states the Twisters happens in?
Kansas? I don't know.
Tornado Alley.
Quick. What's the full title again? Twister.
On Tuesday?
On Tuesday. Thank you. We're going days of the week with this set. It just says a prairie.
No, I think she means like in general, like real life Twisters.
I don't think.
Nebraska.
I'm so confused.
I am too. It's fine. Life is confusing. Nothing makes sense.
I'm nervous though, because I was looking at this one review for Twister on Tuesday. Somebody gives it a 2 stars and says, "Sorry, friends, just trying to hit my reading goal. Doesn't hold a flame to Mummies in the Morning, in my opinion."
Are they reading this with us but ahead of us?
No, I don't think so. Because this was in 2019.
Martine, can you ever let me have fun?
I'm just trying to read these reviews to be like, are they in Kansas? It doesn't say. It just says a prairie. I love how some people are getting really in depth in their reviews. They're covering like the plot, the characterization, the setting. And I'm like, it takes 15 minutes to read one of these books.
Literally.
But yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure she wasn't talking about where twisters happen in real life.
Do we not remember that when I host these, I can't read? I have no reading comprehension here.
I firmly am holding out hope.
Mm-hmm. I really think we did.
But
except I really liked the cowboy one.
There have been lots that I've really enjoyed since. So I still think there's potential to it. Because it hasn't been like they've all sucked aside from that one. It's been like I've loved a lot of them, but that one's just the notable first place right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, next month, Twisters, Earthquakes, and A Founding Father.
I just got the audiobook for the nonfiction and I want to start it, but I need to finish like 2 or 3 other things. And also it's not February yet.
I also have it checked out, and because I didn't want it to like disappear before I could grab it. Like I didn't want to have to place a hold. And now it's just sitting there staring at me, and I can't start it until February starts because it's on my Heartstopper TBR. So
Mm-hmm. I need an updated schedule because IDK what book I'm missing at this point.
The book. Do you mean the like order of the books? Do you not have the Google thing? It's up to date. Reading order. Google Docs. You should have it. It even has next month's nonfiction written in. Look at
Ayo.
me. So, yeah. I'll send you the full list, Bailey. Okay. Anything else?
Oh. I think that's it. I enjoyed our time here today. I had fun. I appreciate you, Martine, for being here with me.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for thanking me. You're welcome. There we go. And Ruby is excited.
All right. Well, we'll probably see you in the group chat in 1 minute.
Yeah, so I'll see everybody in exactly 1 minute. Martine, I'll see you right now.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.